Hey guys, welcome back to Flying in Space with PlanetHead. Um, Today I'm going to try to keep on moving on with my updates and then kind of try to keep that a little bit shorter maybe than yesterday. And then I am going to do a day two, or actually I guess it'd be a day one. Yesterday was kind of a prequel of an overview of Black Rise. And I'm going to be flying to a system that was suggested in the comment section. And also in the comic section, I got some good information about Black Rise. So we'll do that after I go through the daily updates here and see what we've got going on in Eve. Let's pull her up here. I'm going to be slowly updating these, whatever's interesting and what's not. Um, so let's just run through it real quick. Uh, Daily videos, we're going to look at our Z kill board here and see what is up for the day. Has there been any major kills? We'll go into the menu here and we're going to look at big kills, see if anything has happened. So it looks like today we've got a 10 billion is kill of a, let's see here, a nomad and an arc and an anchor. So got some hauling stuff going on here. These two were done down in Derelict, while this one was in Ostengall. Something I noticed earlier today was a lot of kills in Ostengall. So let's focus on that. Looks like some stuff happened in low second Derelict here. But let's check out Ostengall real quick. Um, I did notice that was going on. That is in the system of Placid. There we are. So if anybody knows what's going on in Ostengall right now, I do know from whenever I used to play that I used to live in Stackman and Slays right here. And generally a random gate camp would go on between the Stackman and Ostengall gate. So that might be what's going on there. Um, or it might be that there's a war going on or something along those lines. I am looking here, and it looks like we got the Galinti are in control of Appallant, but the Caldari in control of everything else that's in the area. But it looks like Ostergall's kind of being fought over here. Oh, we got a little bit of Galinti up here, so maybe they're trying to cut off and consolidate there. You never know. Or it might be something else. It might just be some gankers that are hanging out in there. Always loved Placid. Placid and Molten Heath are two of my favorite regions. So keep an eye out from Ostengall if you are traveling from Stackman through to anywhere up here. What I always say is don't travel directly from Stackman to Ostengall. I always found it easier to go over to Dastrins and then fly up through Ostengall because it isn't the fastest, the shortest route, and it won't show up on your safer route because obviously you're going to low-sec there. So a lot of guys will not gate camp this side right here. They'll gate camp this one or this one. Um, this is probably the least used gate out of all of them there. So if that's helpful to you at all, if it saves you a ship, please do. But it looks like a big ship got killed in Ostengall. Let's see here. It was killed by White Sky, Chakman. Um, don't know who those are, if they're gankers or if they're just regular gate campers. Um, Good. So yeah, keep an eye out for Ostengall. That's what was going on there. Anything else going on in the Z kill board land? Um, we'll look at structures, see if anything has died. Recently, we saw that the Keepstar died, um, and a Fortizar yesterday or the day before. Looks like a lot of stuff is going down all over the place here. Looks like we lost a Astra House here and an Athenor. Nothing huge there, both worth about 1.4, 1.5 billion ISK, and nothing there that seems to be hugely interesting. So I'm not going to worry about that one too much. Uh, Anything else for today? Let's take a quick look at our faction warfare. Probably not much of an update there. Same stuff. Minmatar. Uh, Mostly controlled by the Amar across the board here. And we just looked at Placid, so we know that the Caldari and the Galenti are in a little bit more of a tug of war. It looks like whoever's the Amar are kind of controlling things right now. Um, Last but not least, let's just check out Homesy Kill Board and anything else here. There's a lot of stuff you can look through. I'm not going to bother with it too much. Let's get to Black Rise. So, the system that was pointed out to me in the comments today, thank you so much to why? I'm not sure if I've ever talked to you, why? But he pointed out that, fun fact, Black Rise added 5 years was added 5 years after the game was created, whenever faction warfare was started. There's also a new Stargate that's being built in, and here we go, Samanuni. And he invited me to come out and check it out. So that's what I'm going to try to do today. Um, this is Samanumi here. This is the system of Samanumi in Black Rise. It is a security level 7 system. A lot of jumps come through here. A lot of NPC kills. Notice it usually averages around 200 NPC kills at a time, with a max, a little bit, at least over the last 48 hours. And not a whole lot of kills because it is a high system. What I would like to do today is actually, I am in Tama right now. I'm going to enter Black Rise and make my way to Samanuni. I think I pronounced it Samanuni. Samanuni. And on my way there, maybe we'll take a look at Black Rise itself. So let's take a look at the universe of Eve. And we'll switch up here to Black Rise. So in general, I'm in Tama. We talked about this yesterday. Almost all of Tama is faction warfare space. Very limited areas here that you can kind of, there are no, in my world, pocket systems. Um, in general, right now it's almost completely, if not completely, controlled by the Caldari. It is faction warfare space, so it will fluctuate between Caldari and Galente. Um, don't really need to worry about too much about the sovereignty or anything like that, other than it being faction warfare. Um, let's see what we've got here. Planets. So what kind of planets do we have? Uh, Not, to be honest with you, it seems like a lower number of planets. I'm not seeing any massive numbers of planets here. There's 12 there in Samanuni, so that's where we're going. That's the largest amount, but there's a low number of planets in all of these systems compared to other ones that I've been around. You've got, let's see here, what types of planets are here? Are there any plasma planets? I always like to check that out. So we've got one in high sec here, and then a bunch of, look at this, a lot of plasma planets here. So if you're into your planetary interaction, this might be something. If you hunker down in Rakapos right here, you could, there's two plasmas, and some other ones here. So while the number of total planets is not a lot, or not as many as I've seen, and this is just a generalization off the top of my head. I am noticing a lot of actually good planets. I like looking up lava planets. Lava planets are very, I used to use those whenever I did planetary interaction. It was almost a must that I had to have I had a lava planet there. Oh, look at that. There's 4 lava planets down here. Interesting. Alrighty. Anything else here that we want to check out? There are some landmarks. How about kills in the last 24 hours? Now, this is faction warfare space, so let's take a look here at ship and pod kills in the last 24 hours. Not a whole lot. We got 12 here in Kadama, which is exactly where I'm about to go through. So I got to be very careful trying to go through there. Um, Hikonin right here is 19 and 8. So if you're looking here, a lot of your connector systems obviously have those issues. So your connector from the Citadel coming in here, coming in from Essence, you're going to have your ship kills there. This may not seem like a connector system, but you've got to fly through Hikonin to go from this constellation here to go there. So I would bet there's either at times gate camps there or there. Um, and the other one here that I thought might be, but I'm not seeing it, is between Samanuni and where you're jumping in there. So if you want to get in, oh wow, look at that right there. So Kanaka, I I was so focused on here, I didn't notice right. So in Kanaka up here, there were 79 deaths of ships and 54 pod kills in the last 24 hours. Now, maybe that was a battle. If anybody knows about that, please let me know. Or if you just want to post it in the comment section, I'll bring it up in tomorrow's video. Um, but that was a huge one right there. It is a connector. If you look at it, to get from here, if you didn't go this way, you'd have to fly all the way around here to get in there. I've actually done that before a long time ago. I remember this now. This is an interesting one here. Notice there is no death here, but there is death here connecting those two. So, in general, Black Rise, pretty interesting little area here. A lot of generalized fighting. I think this might be a good spot if you wanted to start off um, doing some PvP for the first time. The only issue you might want to run into is you'd have to plan out how you're going to get, when you die, because you're going to die, how do you get another ship here quickly? Because your only high sec area is right here. So do you build them out here? You don't have a whole lot of spots here that you can build things with. So that would be an option or a question. How do you get here with the ships quickly so if you do die, you get right back into the fight? So let's get into the game. We're gonna go to Samanuni. So how do we spell that here? Samanuni. Uh, Samanuni. Um, Samanuni. That's where I'm going to. So now I can get rid of this. Good, good, good. I'm gonna say Samanuni. And we're going to set our, oh, it's not that far away. Set our destination. Now, the question is, I'm in Tama. This is a scary little system. I need to get out of here, and I also need to look to see how much death is going on. You saw there was a decent amount. Um, even though I did that for the last 24 hours, let's see how the map changes in the last hour. Um, so we'll come back out here to Black Rise. Ship and pod kill last 24. We're just going to do the last hour. Let's see if this changes. So we got 4 and 4 there. Got 1 and 1 in Kadama here. So while a lot of death happened here, this is still your number one spot. So maybe that's where I'll go tomorrow. Check it out. Maybe I'll do the loop. Maybe that'll be some interesting stuff here. Let's see if we can get through Kadama first. So looks like the rest of it here doesn't look too bad. We'll try and do an updated within the last ship kills. Ships destroyed in the last hour. Good. So we're going to be going to Kadama here. Nothing's showing up here as far as ships killed in the last hour. To get all the way here, let's check out to see ships, average number of pilots in space in the last 30 minutes. See, this is a little bit helpful, more helpful if you're looking for gate camps or things like that. Look at Kadama. Got 2 pilots in space and nothing there. Nothing there. 1 pilot there and 1 pilot there. So we're going to take a chance. We're going to make a run for it. Doesn't look too terribly bad, but you never know. I am docked up at a player station, so I should be tethered as soon as I take off here. We got a capsule about 3 kilometers out. Kadama is, oh, this is cool. Remember, if you watch my videos a long time ago, maybe a couple months ago, I was living out here in Tama. So this is where I say if you're flying through an area and you make your save spots, even if you die, this is a bonus to uh, being able to uh, gain those bonuses later on whenever you play. I don't know when I made these up, but now I can warp to 150 kilometers right outside of Kadama's gate. And we'll go ahead and cloak her up. And this will tell me whether or not there's anybody on the gate smart bombing it or doing anything there. So, okay. So it looks like there's a badger on the gate. Up, he just jumped. We got a couple jackdaws. They're all jumping through. So everybody was jumping through the gate there. Now everybody went through it once. It looks like they were flying. Usually that means that they are fleeting and going someplace. They're not actually gate camping it. So I am again going to take a chance. Whoa, wait, we got a Gnosis that just rolled up onto the gate. Let's take a look at it here. Are you jumping through there? You walk directly to it and he jumps straight through the gate. So he's on his way somewhere. Okay. These guys seem to be moving, so I'm going to go ahead and roll right with them. Why not? If I die, I die. Never, you can't be afraid in this game. I haven't died in a while. This is a very dangerous area. Maybe Tama is well known for being one of the most dangerous, if not the most dangerous system. So, okay, so we're going to, that Gnosis is 29 kilometers off. So I've got to save spots here. What I want to do is warp to the safe spot, but as soon as I warp, I'm going to hit my hotkey to hit my warp core stabilizer, and then my second hotkey to cloak. So we're going to warp there, and hit the warp core stabilizer, and then the cloak. And we're gone. Okay. So that Gnosis that went through just sat on the gate. But, so if pretty happy with that warp core stabilizer. Good. Alrighty. So we're still cloaked up. Now, is the Gnosis there? We got a Sister's Core Probe. So somebody's out here scanning. It looks like maybe that, I think the Gnosis went back through the system. And not because he's done on my directional scanner. I'm away from this gate there, but I'm not seeing him here, if I remember correctly. I have a short-term memory problem. Why is this? So I got a reactivation delay on the warp core stabilizer too that I gotta wait out because I want to make sure that this is good when I go through gates. So now I don't have a save spot near Raisato. Let's see where this second safe spot is that I made up before. It'd be kind of cool. The one nullifier to this, to the Cheetah, is a smart bombing ship. But to create a group of guys who, whenever a smart bomb ship was reported, that they go out and kill them. That'd be kind of cool. Um, okay, so we're still way away from the gate that I want to go to. I'm still waiting on this. We still got 28 seconds there. So I'm going to warp 100 out. I think I'm fine. But never be too safe, especially since I'm only one jump out of Tama. I just screwed up. I probably could have looked at the probe map here. Actually, I'll do that right now. I'm still cloaked up. So long story short, what I could have done was find the gate, and I did this yesterday. The gate that I'm going to is here. I could have very easily just warped 100 out from one of these asteroid belts, which I'm doing right now to bounce. Now there's nobody on here, so I'm fine there. But that's a really easy way because now I could have warped to that asteroid belt and then did a D-scan to see if anybody was sitting on the gate and saw that there wasn't anybody here. And now I'll just go ahead and warp on through. I should start doing some research on smart bombs. I don't know a whole lot about them other than the fact that I died to one of them once. Completely weirded me out. It was probably 30 or 40 episodes ago. But now I'm paranoid. I used to think I was just like, oh, wait, we are flying into Triglavian systems. That's something I need to look at the map for. Yeah, we'll go in. Cool. So this is, probably don't have to worry too much about somebody gate camping it. So we got an entropic disintegrator here. Nobody really there. Ah, everybody left. Cool. So I'm going to go ahead and cloak up, warp on through. I was reading a little bit of Reddit. I'm terrible with Reddit. I don't really read it much. Um, but after the guy brought up the gate that's being made in Samanuni, um, I I had no idea that there was one being made. So that's why I'm kind of focusing on it today. Because if I don't know about it, maybe other people don't. Um, hello, can we jump, please? Thank you. But something said that the new gate was pointed at a specific system, which I didn't even know the gates did that. So I know that if you, okay, we got nobody here. Let's keep on trucking. If you do, if you don't know about this, the autopilot will actually put the new systems out here in space. But if they've thought enough to actually aim the gates at the next system in the map of the world, I'm utterly impressed and will play Eve for at least another 6 months to a year just because of that coolness that's involved. Because what else is out there? Okay, so we got plenty of people in system here, but I'm not seeing anybody on the directional scan. Oh, we got a venture out here. Okay, not too worried about a venture. So I am going to go ahead and keep rolling because that was within 14.3 AU. What I'm thinking is I'll do at least 3 days of flying around in Black Rise. If anything really cool comes up, like today, um, I'll focus on that thing. Oh, there is a public, a free, um, a free port in Iquiskio. So that's cool. Um, who owns this Freeport? It's an Astor House. It is owned by New Eden Corporation 9870761. The CEO's name is Dork Guy. Okay, I got my instant respect for both your name and your corporation's name, and that you're a Freeport in the middle of faction warfare space as an Astor House. You're not some big corporation. Maybe you are. I have no idea. There we are. Okay, so this is interesting. I'm now in high sec, so I'm feeling a little bit more comfortable. But I always like to just get off the gate here so somebody who's just flying by doesn't want to shoot me. Now, there's a couple things that are here. We've got three stations, of course, all Caldari. And then this old disrupted gate to Attila. Now, if I'm not mistaken, let's check it out here. I think Attila was one of the systems that was taken in faction warfare. Yes, it was one of the systems that was taken over by the Triglavians and taken into faction warfare space. So the old gate that used to go to Attila is now gone. Let's go ahead and warp to that. Why not? Just take a look at it. And then also looking here is there's a stellar observatory, a state gate construction, and an empire cynosural spot here. The thing I'm looking for here is this gate construction. So we'll go to that next and take a look at it. I just want to take a quick look at this old gate. Look at, so there it is. That is an old gate that was destroyed by the Triglavians as they took that system away. That's pretty cool. I don't know if you can hear this with your headphones, um, but with mine, they've even got the sparks that are flying off of this making sounds. So that's pretty cool. And I don't know, what does this say? This is a disconnected Caldari Stargate, disrupted by the Triglavian collective's manipulation of the star system to which it once led. Disrupted gate is now navigation hazard, and attempts to use it so will fail. Okay. Now my understanding is there is a new gate here. That is this one here, so we're going to warp to that. Warp 100 off of it. Pretty interesting. My other kind of goal is I want to get into the lore of Eve, but I'm not somebody who can just read and watch things. Asterothi just did a video. I haven't been able to watch it yet, where he's reading some of the fiction, I think, that's been written about Eve. Um, whether or not I want to learn more of the lore before I start reading some of the fiction that you guys have written out there. Okay, so this is, but the more that I read about it, uh, or the more that I do this, the more I'll learn about the lore. And I'll remember, I'm not the type of person that reads and understands things right away. But if you put something with that thing, like I'm going to tell you right now, this is my favorite mug recently. I got 5 mugs on my trip. Um, there's a reason for what I'm about to say. On my trip out west for 2 weeks, and this is one of my favorites that I got. It's from Ore, Colorado, um, and it is a massive area for camping and things like that. Um, the fact that I have this mug reminds me of that trip, which reminds me of Ore, which gets me interested in learning more about that area if I want to come back again. I.e., if I take the time to look at these gates and read their descriptions, I will then be able to remember it, and if I want to come back and check it out, or if I'm reading the lore of it later on, it will help it to me to understand it. So, so this is the Caldari Gate. Let's take a look at it first here. So look at, so this is the new gate. Okay. Somebody said that it's pointed at a system. Um, let's see here. It was Reddit, I think, that had that. I'm just going to pull this down here just so I can read it and look at that myself. Uh, and Google. Um, Samanuni Eve Gate. New Stargate and Eve Gate. It's pointing directly at the noun. At the noun. That's what they're saying here now. So that is ATHOUNON. That is a one system. So what I'm going to do here is just set my so if you can see this, this out here, this was one of the I just thought was so cool when I found this out years ago that when you do a map, it actually sets up the direction for the next couple of jumps that you have to go through um, in space from planet to planet to planet to planet. I'm sorry, to system to system to system to system. Now I'm not seeing where this is directed toward. Now it is directed toward that way. Maybe it's that way. I don't know which way is in and which way is out. um, I'll probably figure that out the next time we go through a gate. Never really paid attention to what it looked like. I thought it was, so how did this person know that it was pointed at? Maybe they would just say that. You never know. I can't figure that out. If you guys can figure that out, you let me know. But this is the new gate that is being built. Let's look at the information here. Caldari Stargate construction uses the preferred methods of the material, blah, blah, same core technology. So, I did not know that they were building new gates. So that's really, really interesting. What's going to come of this, I don't know. Um, but from what I understand, it's going to have something to do, most likely, with the new lore that's coming out with faction warfare and how things are going on there. That's what I've read, but it's all kind of speculation, I think, at this point. But if you guys know anything, please feel free to drop anything in the comment section, and I'll bring it up in tomorrow because it is directly revolving around Black Rise, and I'd like to talk about it before that pops up. So, so this is Samanuni. If you want to check it out, please do. I'm going to go ahead and dock up here and go blow some stuff up with Amanda Rose. Um, but if you have any ideas or thoughts, please let me know. Big shout out to, and I'm going to say this again tomorrow. I keep forgetting to the Eve Northeast meetup group. There is a Discord channel that they have. They put up some great pictures of their meetup that they had in the Northeast. I really wish I could have gone. Um, I didn't know about it until a week before it was happening, and I'd just gotten back from my vacation. That would have been awesome. So, if you guys know of any meetups that are coming up in the near future, I'd like to put those at the big updates at the beginning. And maybe I'll ask them if they mind if I post the pictures or show pictures of the meetup for the update tomorrow. Obviously, you can just go to the Discord channel and check it out. But alrighty, so hey guys, that's all I got. Um, If you have any ideas or any thoughts, please just message me and I'll put them up there. I'm going to try to sit down later on tonight and reply to some of your messages that you sent out. Really appreciate some of those. I haven't been able to get to them today. I was doing a lot of work. I cleared out my shed and I'm working making that into a work shed. It's going to take a couple weeks to get that set up, but looking forward to that. Alrighty, fly safe, fly dangerously, fly however you want. I will talk to you soon. Have a good one. Bye bye.